develop this systemic understanding. And that's why it's important, I think, to understand economics on its own terms in order that we can see through the logic that it's offering us. That says that when the people of Goa have insurance markets and security guards, and when the people of Brazil are buying vaccines, and when the people everywhere on earth are selling away their gift economies and their self-reliance, and even purchasing the feeling of belonging in this universe, purchasing the feeling of existing because they're so cut off from nature, from each other, then we're better off. Economics says we're better off because we have more goods and services that we're paying for. So it's an ideology, but it's also a system, and I think we have to work on it on every level.
I think, Charles, some of your concerns are. I'd like you to maybe share you have some deeper concerns about the age of separation that we're living in also, and you'd like to share a few things about.
I kind of just referred to it, that our economic system that creates artificial scarcity, it's not quite the root. You could say that all of these seemingly separate issues that Helena was talking about, nuclear power, nuclear waste, and prison system, and human trafficking, and all these things. These are maybe the branches or the fruits of this poisonous plant, and just by chopping off the leaves and the fruits, you don't kill the root. What's the root? Well, the money system seems like it's the root, but it's not really quite the root. The root is the worldview, the deep mythology of separation, that says that we are separate beings in a universe of other, that says that humanity's destiny is to transcend nature through technology. And these, to a Westerner, living in my society, boy, it seems true that we're a bunch of separate competing individuals. It seems true playing a game of musical chairs, but it's not true. Ultimately, it's a creation. And now, even in my country, in the West, we're beginning to wake up from that, because that story that says that life is going to get better and better through technology, through the conversion of the world into product, it's not working so well anymore. We're seeing it coming back to make us miserable. We don't believe in it anymore. Even though the structures, the fruits, seem bigger than ever, brighter than ever, it seems that the West is more dominant than ever. Externally it is, but the core, the ideological core, is hollowing out. Not even the capitalists really believe in capitalism anymore. It's just like the Soviet Union. In the 1950s, everybody, at least the elites, really believed in communism. We will bury you, said Khrushchev in the 60s. They really believed in it. By the 1980s, the state was just as powerful as ever, but even the elites didn't believe in it anymore. The core was hollowing out. And I think that's happening today as well. And so it means that we have a really golden moment to change the mythology. And so we work on every level: the root, the stem, and the branches as well.
So I just want to get this straight. I mean, all you guys are up here saying all this stuff, but isn't humanity really moving forward? The Human Development Index, all these things say we are going forward, and surely you cannot tell us we should go back to the past. Don't you want development? Guys, come on, tell me what you guys think about that. Somebody want to comment on that?
Yeah, I would like to raise a doubt about whether we've ever gone forward. This is a big issue. They say, okay, at least these industrialized, westernized countries were prosperous for some time. Now they are going down, but at least they were prosperous for some time. I go sometimes on the internet to look at inconvenient figures. Now, Helena mentioned about the depression rate in the United States. There was a recent survey done among all the workers in the United States, worldwide, actually it was worldwide, by the Manpower Group. It was just, I think, a few weeks ago. The results came on the net. And the survey establishes very clearly that they interviewed a lot of people all over the world. In the United States, they found that 75% of the people who are working are not satisfied with their jobs. Now, these are the guys who are teaching us management theory and productivity and efficiency. And in their own house, there are 55 fellows are saying, 75% of fellows saying that we don't care a shit what we have to do. We would rather go out of this room and do something else. But we can't because we have got to survive. So we are kept in this cage doing things that we don't want to do. Now you look at the prison population. Everybody knows it is not, you don't have to go to Wikipedia. The largest incarcerated population in the world, United States. Yes. What going in next?
In the United States, there are more prisoners than there are farmers.
You're going in next.
Number one.
Who says we're not number one?
Then you take the rape cases, because at that time even we all condemned the rape case in Delhi, and I condemn it till today. And I don't like what is happening in India. But you look at the rape UN data, from 2004 to 2010, the UN data, which is underestimated data, 80,000 cases reported to the police in the United States. But the US Justice Department says that 300,000 women are raped every year in the United States. And the Center for Disease Control says the figure is actually 1.3 million. This is only in relation to a population of how much? 260 million? 300 million. 300 million. Now you take the rape cases in India for a population of 1.4 billion and you figure out who has progressed where. This economy today is the largest arms dispenser in the world, $66.3 billion. I've just written these figures down because I'm getting old. I keep forgetting things. And they are exporting arms to 120 countries. Russia is the second highest at $4 billion. Now, what type of an economy and happiness can you have when you are spreading this type of mayhem and destruction all over the world? Now, how can you consider that there would be any trace of happiness in the economy of this kind? This kind of people in jail, there are women being assaulted. This is not only US. There was a report that came on a UN study on Europe, which found that out of the population of 182 million, 62 million had been sexually assaulted after the age of 15. This is UNESCO just a few months ago. Now please open your eyes. Please open your eyes. Where did these mythologies come that these were advanced civilizations? They were advanced in this type of screwing of their population. But they couldn't be advanced in any other sense of the term. Their populations are now ground to functioning as cogs in a big mega machine, which itself is now terrorizing the planet. And all that we can say about this economy is, wow, we will now send our children also to join them. And we call ourselves parents. And we call ourselves concerned about the planet. So, I am one of the dissenters for very long. I said, let's not try and devalue the value of the local. We began this problem for ourselves when we thought, because Macaulay Bob had come and said, sorry, all you guys, whatever you have done is of no use whatsoever, put it in the basket. After that, for 150 years, we continued with him. After he has gone, dead and gone, we still continue in practice, None of us want to obey, even think that we subscribe to what Macaulay said in theory. But in practice, we have banned every bit of the local from our lives, including ourselves. We don't really feel that any of us is worth anything anymore. And that's why we have all these certification schemes, diplomas. People are now being certified at the age of 35. Because they all believe they began as zeros and they will end as zeros unless they get filled with all this sort of stuff that keeps being put into them. Because they feel fundamentally that nothing about them, nothing about their locality, nothing about their language is of any use. I can't believe that there will be mothers and fathers who would want their child to speak in a language which is not their own. That's the first commitment to cultural genocide. We are still the only country in the world with a maximum number of people talking in a maximum number of tongues. Now we are trying to destroy that. But we are far ahead of it. Look at any indicator that you want, largely any indicator.